This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone, my name is Sid. I'm the owner of the Telegram channel T Traders. So today we are going to talk about divergence. Uh, I think there are a lot of material available online as well as in PDFs and other sources around divergence as to what divergence is and how can we use divergence for trading. Okay, I just want to add few bits in terms of divergence. I'm sure you are aware about it, and you know how to what is divergence. But I just wanted to clarify a few things which will help you in making the correct decision. Yeah. Now, uh, obviously divergence apart from the price action and the momentum indicator how they are behaving, there is also a divergence between what I say is in bank nifty and nifty as well. Now if what we are seeing today, uh, nifty was kind of sideways, it was not moving, but bank nifty was positive. So it was creating a divergence. Why? Because most of the time they run in tandem. Okay, if bank nifty is moving up, nifty also moves up. If bank nifty or nifty is falling down, the other indices also falls down. But when there is a difference in behavior of bank nifty and nifty, yeah, then we can say there is somewhat some bit of divergence there. Yeah. But today we are going to talk about divergence in price action and momentum indicator. Yeah. uh, Now, basically, when we talk about divergence, we talk about momentum indicators, and momentum indicators could be anything like RSI, MACD, maybe other momentum indicators are there. So whenever the price and momentum indicator are not behaving in sync, there's a difference of behavior, then we call it as a divergence. Like if the actual behavior is if or the correct behavior is when price is falling, uh, RSI or any other momentum indicator should fall, and if price is creating a low, RSI should create a low. If price is creating a new low, RSI should create a high lower low. And then similarly, when price is moving up, RSI is moving up. Yeah. And when price is creating a higher high, RSI is also creating a higher high. So that's a normal behavior. Okay. But when there is a difference, then we call it as divergence, and it can be helpful in in taking certain decisions. Okay. It will just give you an additional confirmation. Okay. Now, I'm sure you are aware about divergence, so I'm not going to go into deep as to how to identify divergence and what actually divergence is. What I wanted to mention here is whether what is important here. Okay, price action is important, uh, indicator is important, or divergence in momentum indicator is important. Yeah. So I think a lot of times, I have personally noticed that a lot of times people give too much focus on divergence and they forget about the price action itself, which is wrong behavior. Yeah. Which is not the correct way of using divergence for your advantage. Yeah. Now, um, I'll give you a typical example for this as well. uh, Tata Motors. Okay, so Tata Motors started a huge fall. It was falling like crazy. um, then it created a low here. Okay. uh, and then if you see here, uh, RSI also created a low. Yeah. Then what happened? Price created a new low. Okay, it created a new low, and Tata Motors RSI created a same low or just a bit higher low. Okay. Just a bit higher low. Then what happened? Price created a new low again. Okay. but but momentum indicator created a higher low. So there was a clear cut divergence in both the cases. Price was creating a new low, but momentum indicator was showing some strength. Okay, and a lot of people during this time, okay, when it felt like crazy, were kind of bullish on Tata Motors. They were talking about buying it. They were talking about investing in Tata Motors and so and so forth. And there were few queries which came to me as well, whether I should buy Tata Motors here, why, because we are seeing some divergence. And that's when I told them that divergence is there, but then let the price action support your theory. Price action is primary. Okay. And during this time, when the price was like this, okay, one person asked me that whether I should be buying Tata Motors because there is a divergence here. I said, you can buy, but only if it crosses this gap resistance. Yeah, only if it crosses its gap resistance. Although divergence is there, but let it cross the gap resistance. The price is also not far. It is trading around 194. Your resistance is around 213. Let it cross it, then you can invest in Tata Motors. Till then, avoid that. He said, no, there is a divergence in the indicator. And yes, there is a divergence in the indicator, but then let us wait for the confirmation from the price. Okay, the price action is primary. What happened here? The price did not cross. Okay, and it fell. uh, but again, the momentum indicator, and when it tried to reverse here from this point, the momentum indicator also reversed, and there was a clear cut divergence. It was a higher low, and this was a lower low. Yeah, so there was a clear cut divergence. A lower low was created on the price action, and a higher low got created on the momentum indicator. Again, few people said that there is a divergence, let us buy Tata Motors. I said let it cross at least this resistance, if not this, at least this. Okay, there is some resistance, right? The price went up, it was not able to sustain there and came down, so obviously this was a resistance. Yeah, so let it cross it, then we can buy. Okay, but then what happened? It did not cross that resistance, and again it fell, and again it fell, and again it created a higher low. Yeah, it created a higher low. You're getting this? Now there was again a divergence, although price action was pretty weak, but there was a divergence there. um, Again the same question, should I buy Tata Motors? I said let it cross at least, if you want to invest in Tata Motors for a long period of time, at least wait for this gap to be filled. Okay, and let it sustain above the gap. Okay, let it sustain above the gap, and then probably we can think about buying Tata Motors. And then this happened. Yeah. So Tata Motors is at its previous resistance, so do watch out. Anyways, now the point I'm trying to make here is, although divergence does act and does play its role, but then price action is primary. Okay, then comes your indicator, and then comes your divergence. Okay, now price action, nothing can beat price action. Okay, that is most important. So whenever you see a divergence of any kind, just wait for the price action to confirm your theory. It will give you confidence. Okay, divergence is just to give you that confidence that yes, you may be your probability of getting it right is has increased. Okay, but again, price action is primary. All right, so this is what I wanted to convey here. Okay, although there's a lot of topics available on divergence, people talk about nowadays people have started talking about reverse positive divergence and reverse negative divergence as well. uh, I don't know, but then honestly, for me, price action is most important. Okay, divergence, if it is there, well and good. It will support your theory. It will support. It will give you some confidence. But forget, don't forget price action. That is most important. Yeah, if you have noticed, uh, uh, Nifty also had a divergence. I don't know how many of you noticed it, but there was a divergence. It is still there. Okay. Now this was high. This was high. Okay. A new high, a lower high. Okay. So there was a divergence. And now if somebody says that the price is already at resistance, there's already a divergence. Let it short. We'll short it, and market is going to fall. And I've heard those things from people, you know talking on divergence. And that's when I got an idea that let us talk, someday I'll talk about divergence, and then maybe I'll just try to convey my thoughts around it. So here it is. Now there was a divergence, you know yes, there was a divergence. And so basically, when it was here, so what you need to do is, you just have to be patient enough to and wait for at least this support to get taken out. At least the support should be taken out. If and then you can trade. There's already a divergence here. So once it is taken out, you'll get confidence that there is an important support which got taken out, as well as there is a divergence. And then the fall will be good. Okay, then you'll see a decent fall. Okay, like what happened here. Again, there was a divergence. If you see clearly, high, this was a high, RSI had a high, again a high, lower high, again a high, lower high. Okay, but then these supports were not getting, was not taken out. This support, then this support, then this support, and finally this support was taken out, and then the fall started, and it had a great fall. Yeah, so that is what I wanted to convey. Okay, that divergence is important, but then price action is primary. Yeah, so here also, if you see, Nifty did not breach this support. Okay, and started to move up. Again it moved up. Okay, it was here, divergence is already there, price is falling. Yeah, so let it take out this support. Then let it take out the support. Then you will say, yes, there is already divergence, there is a breakout of support, it's a good time to short. But then it is still not happened till now. Yeah, so as of now the support is this, some kind of head and shoulder type of pattern anyways. um, Once it breaks the support, then only we can say that we may have a good fall. Till then, 11546, the low of this candle, that is 11550. So 11550, this is the important support. Once it is breached on a closing basis with a bearish candle, then yes, Nifty may fall further. Till then, you know don't short on just based on divergence. There could be other reasons as well. I'm not talking about that. There could be other reasons as well for you to short a trade or buy a trade. But then it is not a short based on divergence as of now. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to make it absolutely clear. uh, I hope you understood it, what I wanted to convey. Thanks for listening to me patiently. Thanks for do like these videos, do share them, uh, do subscribe to the channel as well. uh, Pass it on to your friends and family members, whosoever is interested in trading. Maybe they would also use these videos, tutorials, for their advantage. Thanks a lot. Thank you.